And it looks like someone else brought us another fruitcake, so that's exciting because, you know, we love fruitcake just so much. Hey my little party animals, hiphiprenee here today with a brand new episode of the Birthstone Legacy Challenge. So we are still in the jungle, and right now what we are doing is we are heading over to the statue because you can apparently pay $250 and get rid of the curse. So we're going to get rid of this curse because otherwise it's going to last for the next 2 days and it's just going to be an absolute nightmare, not something that I want to deal with right now. So we are going to dispel this curse, and at that point, we are actually going to just go home. We're going to go home and just kind of start working on, you know, authenticating all of these artifacts, all that kind of stuff. I think it is about time. We have been in the jungle for a few days now. So I think it's time to really start getting working on that archaeology table and see what we can come up with, which is very exciting. I'm also thinking for the next episode, I know we're at the beginning of this one, so it's a little bit silly for me to be thinking of next episode at this point, but for the next episode, since we have just so many artifacts and things that are giving us a decent amount of money, we may as well, you know, either expand our house or renovate our house or, you know, whatever it is that you guys think that I should do. I actually really love this little house. I think it is super adorable. So let me know if you guys think that maybe I should build an addition, or if I should just kind of rework the inside, or if we should just build or find a whole brand new house for Quinn here. So it looks like we have a few moodlets here. We have some flirty ones because we were talking to hopefully what is going to be our baby daddy, aka husband, aka I think his name is Juan. We also have the Cursed No More. We still have a few awful holiday ones because we had some weird holiday things happening. I think it was a little bit of a glitch, to be entirely honest, because there's really no reason for Winterfest to be happening in fall. That's just silly. It is coming to the end of fall here, so it looks like tomorrow is New Year's Eve. That's so weird. I'm going to cancel this. I'm going to cancel New Year's Eve because New Year's Eve really should be at the end of winter, which is next week. Yeah, and it looks like we're celebrating Winterfest yet again. So I'm not sure what is going on with all of my holidays in this particular save file, but something's a little strange. So I'm going to make sure that I keep an eye on that going forward and just make sure that we're not celebrating any super strange holidays or anything like that. So we are sad because we had a bad holiday. It's gonna happen. I'm sorry, girl. You need to deal with the jungle here. So let's get started and let's authenticate this Amiskin vase. So we are going to authenticate the artifact on our own, and let's just check out our skill level. So we are halfway to maxing out the archaeology skill. So one of the things that we have to do during this generation is max out our archaeology skills. So we are halfway there. We do really need to start going around collecting some things. We need to get some rare stones. I think that is going to be the hardest part of this particular generation. So the things that you have to do during this generation, in case you are just tuning in now for whatever reason, you have to, first off, complete the Jungle Explorer aspiration. So we are about halfway there with that one. We're not doing too bad. We also need to max out the archaeology skill, as I was just saying. We need to marry a Selvadorada local, which we have our sights set on one of them already, so hopefully he doesn't get a girlfriend while we are away from the jungle, because I do have MC Command Center on here, and it is entirely possible that he just falls in love with somebody else, and that's just the way the cookie crumbles. I'm so sorry. But we also have to assemble 3 mystical relics, and that's going to be a thing that I am going to have to keep track of on my end because it is not something that the game actually keeps track of. So we do have like these bases that we can put together, so that's going to be great, but we need to find some rare stones to be able to put into those bases to make them rare. So fingers crossed we can find some rare stones once we kind of get working on authenticating a few of these artifacts here. See what we can come up with. Let's see how much money we have brought home from the jungle. What I'm going to do is I'm not going to sell these plates yet. I'm going to hang on to them until we actually authenticate every single thing that we brought back from the jungle, so we can kind of do one big, let's sell everything. Let's see how much money we actually ended up with. We are getting a little hungry, so we are going to finish authenticating this artifact. So this is currently worth $67. Fingers crossed that it is actually a real artifact because you can find fake artifacts within the jungle. So fingers crossed this is a real one, and we can make some nice money off of this. And it looks like our archaeology skill is just kind of slowly boosting itself up. We don't quite have enough aspiration or satisfaction points to be able to buy anything right now. I'm kind of hoping that we can get something going. So this is a counterfeit, and the price actually went down. So it was worth $67. Now it is only worth $42, which is kind of poopy, but I guess we'll just hang on to it so we can sell it afterwards. Looks like Quinn helped herself. What are we eating here? It says some gourmet fruitcake. I don't know why you're eating that. Nobody likes fruitcake. Just cut it out. We are going to serve brunch, and actually, let's see who this is. So this is our neighbor, Nicole Gray. Oh, the welcome wagon. So I guess we missed the welcome wagon when we first moved in because we just basically went straight into the jungle. So let's go get these neighbors over here. Let's get these neighbors to come in so we can meet them. Looks like we have Angus Copperbottom here. We have Jay Scott. I have not met him yet. I also haven't met Nicole Gray. I did find, with the exception of like the Copperbottoms and a few families that I have created, most of these families I did find from the gallery. So I downloaded a ton, I'm talking a ton of people from the gallery. So there are, quite a few Sims around here that you will not recognize because I did end up putting this into a blank save file that I have. So this entire LP is in a blank save file. If we went to like Willow Creek, you would see Willow Creek is entirely empty. There's nothing in there. None of the regular townies are in here either. Looks like Angus is just, hanging out on our laptop. That's cool. So this is Will Carlson. This is Jay Scott. Let's see what we can kind of learn about these people. So Jay is just an acquaintance. Will is also an acquaintance. We're going to serve them brunch, so that'll be fun. And just kind of, let's get to know some of these people. We can work on our Selvadorada skill while we're here as well, because we can show them pictures of Selvadorada, which is really nice because we're almost to 5, which is one of the things that we need to accomplish for this particular aspiration. So I think that's going to be really helpful. She looks like she is not happy. Look at her face. She has like a resting bee face here. She's super pretty though. I think that's why I downloaded her, because she's really, really pretty. But she's got some resting bee face there. And it looks like someone else brought us another fruitcake, so that's exciting because, we love fruitcake just so much. I don't understand the fruitcake thing. Do all Sims hate fruitcake? Is it a common, like, every single Sim hates fruitcake, or are there some Sims that are weird that don't hate fruitcake? I don't know. I don't know how that works. Let's cancel all these interactions so we can call everybody to the meal and do it that way. I think that'll be a little bit nicer. Let's show off some pictures of Selvadorada. We can chat about the property values. I really want to get to know these people. So where is get to know? That's got to be on here. So I wish that was always just like a constant until you knew basically what your Sim needs to know about them. I wish get to know was always on this kind of first page. That would be really helpful. But you know, we can't always get what we want. It's The Sims. There are plenty of things that we want that we have not gotten. It's how it happens. It's okay. All right, so let's see. Let's get to know Jay Scott a little bit. We're not going to argue with anybody. We just want to have like a nice time with our neighbors. I don't want to be mean to anybody. We have to live next to these people. We'll probably end up actually staying on this lot for this entire generation. I don't think that's, I mean, not that I don't think. I know that's not part of the rules. You don't have to stay on the same lot or in the same house or anything like that. You can really move your sim around kind of at will whenever you choose to do that. But I think I kind of want to stay on this lot just for this generation. And then next generation, maybe we can move to a different location within the world. I do have all of the packs. So, you know, going forward, if there's ever any suggestions that you guys have as far as where you want to see these Sims live or anything like that, just let me know. Because I can have them be basically anywhere. Have we learned anything? All right, so we learned that Will Carlson is outgoing. Are any of these people, like, married, or are they, like, together? Do they live together? Are they roommates? Like, how does that work? Because she's popping up as a neighbor. They do not have the little neighbor thing kind of above them. Paula Villanueva said, I heard you became friends with Juan Esteban Fuentes. He is pretty cool. That is, hopefully going to be who our baby daddy is. Maybe we should send him a text message now that we are no longer in Selvadorada. I think that would be kind of nice, you know. No, we could probably call him, but you know me and my realistic simming, guys. That's long distance, and that's expensive. We don't have that kind of money. Not yet. We haven't really sold anything yet, so we don't quite have enough time or enough cash there. Make something of excellent quality. Be friendly with Juan Diego. Juan Diego's not here. Go on vacation to Granite Falls? Ew, no. Why are they inside of each other? Ugh, Sims, you're being so glitchy lately. What's going on with that? This doesn't really happen to me all that often, but of course, every single time that I do an LP, I get every glitch that you could possibly get in the game, but when I'm normally playing just on my own, nothing ever happens. Why is that, guys? I feel like that's like, what is it, Murphy's Law? Like if something can go wrong, it will go wrong. That's just how life works. So Jay has the insider trait. That is going to be our next generation. Our next generation, not to get too ahead of myself, but the next generation is entirely focused on clubs, which is going to be pretty fun and I feel like also pretty quick, to be entirely honest. So we're just going to hang out with Jay until he decides to leave. We'll send a text message to our boo, Juan Esteban. He is so cute, and we're going to have the cutest little blonde babies. I'm so excited about it. Unless something weird is in our DNA and maybe we end up with not blonde babies. No, don't use my computer. You know, get out of my house. I was being very friendly and, you know, being really nice about talking to you and making you dinner and all sorts of things, and then you just felt the need to touch my stuff. That's not how this works. We're going to pee like a champion. I am going to make sure that we put all of this food in the fridge, so that way we have leftovers, so we don't have to worry too much about cooking. Do we have a trash barrel outside of it? We don't. We need one. So I'm going to just quickly jump into build mode here so that we can have an outside trash barrel so we can empty our trash, because otherwise it's going to get stinky and gross pretty quickly. And it looks like I also don't have move objects on. I always forget to put it on before I actually go into the houses. Oh, it's because that's there. That makes sense. Helps when you have the walls up, Renee, so you can actually see what's going on. All right, so let's get this trash can in there. Perfect. And go to the bathroom, and it looks like we're good. So we can uncover some more artifacts. So I'm just going to kind of bust through authenticating some of these artifacts, and I will be back with you guys and what it is that we have discovered in just a second. Okay, guys, I am So sorry about this. I am going to have to cut this episode short. The reasoning for that is because something weird happened with OBS while I was recording. I recorded this entire LP in one session, and strangely enough, the first half of the recording turned out fine. You guys just watched all of it and it turned out beautifully. But the second half of the recording was very glitchy and was just skipping, and you could not actually see the gameplay that was going on. So we are cutting the episode early, but I wanted to share some screenshots with you guys of what did happen during the rest of the episode. So Juan came from Selvadorada to come visit us. We took him out on a date to a lovely restaurant. We spent a ton of money on him at the restaurant, and he dined and dashed on us. He came out to the restaurant and then just left us there. Didn't even thank us for dinner, but it's okay. He made it up. We ended up going to the romance festival together, and Juan is now our boyfriend. We shared our first kiss. It was lovely. It was beautiful. I'm so sorry that I don't have appropriate footage of all of this for you guys, but next time I will make sure that hopefully I don't have these issues again. So thank you guys so much for joining me today. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up down below. If you're new here or you're not new here and you're not subscribed yet, make sure you hit that subscribe button and hit that little bell for notifications for every single time I post a new video. I promise I don't always have technical difficulties like this, but sometimes that's just the way the cookie crumbles. Thank you guys so much for joining me today, and I'll see you next time. Bye.